Okay, so what up, y'all boys? So this is officially my fourth day of the sugar fast, and today I decided to actually eat something. I went to Food Lion. I just wanted to go see if I can like find something to eat that doesn't need sugar, cause but I couldn't cook, so I need to find something that was kind of already pre-cooked or pre-made. I was looking everywhere, right? I wanted to just get myself some chicken or something, just something to eat that's not sugar. And I was looking around, looking at labels, looking at everything, and almost everything I've seen has some sort of sugar in it. It has sugar, additives, just something to yeah, it's just something terrible. And see, my problem is I need to go completely away from sugar because um I believe I have something called candida overgrowth, right? If you don't know what that is, candida overgrowth is when you have like a what is it? It's like a fungus in your body. But the thing is, it's a natural fungus in your body. But when you consume a lot of carbs, um, it could aggravate it, and it will grow a lot more than it's supposed to in a regular human body, right? It over is way more than what it's supposed to be. And what I was I'm still kind of brain fogged. This is day four. Her day three and four are kind of the hard days, but day four is kind of not so hard. But um, so I've tried very hard to find myself like a case of chicken from like Food Line that was actually good. That was actually just decent. I found me some like let me see if I can even find a label on it. I kind of ate it already. I didn't eat all of it, but um, I just got myself like chicken quarters. I want to see if I can find a label on it though. What does it say? Saturated fat, 6 grams, 30%. Trans fat, 22 grams. Actually, total. Actually, you want fat. Thing is, what people don't tell you is you want fat in your food. You want you want fat. Fat's not a bad thing. Okay, total carbs is 0%. Total fiber 0%. Fat. So what's this? Added sugars, 0 grams. Proteins, 14 grams. Sodium, 42 grams. Cholesterol, 32. Okay, that doesn't seem bad, right? See, I don't know. I'm just scared though. I'm scared that they have some certain additives in this that I don't know about because I have candida and I can't have anything that's sweet or anything that's kind of at least I think I do. I feel like I have it, right? I got some of the symptoms of it. I have the fatigue part, brain fog. Um, what else? What else is the symptoms of it? I'm trying to remember because um, what else? Get a little itchy sometimes. That's that. Okay, those are the only symptoms I have though. So it's not obvious for me, right? I only get fatigue and brain fog, and I get itchy sometimes. Most people get itchy sometimes. I try to take showers all the time, so if I'm getting itchy and I always take showers, then that's kind of something that's a little different. Um, Another thing is, um, you think, okay, but don't you find that kind of scary though? If you go to a grocery store, supermarket, and you want to get something that's no sugar, why do I have to search so hard to find something with no carbs? Everything has added sugars, everything has carbs. Why is it so hard to eat like this? And I'm trying to make it to 7 days, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it to 7 days unless I eat this exact same meal every day. I'm gonna have to eat literally the same thing every day, the same things every day. this is really testing my creativity because it's so much easier to find something with sugar in it that's unhealthy than something that's healthy. I feel like I'm really fighting myself just to not eat something. And yeah, day four, the cravings ain't so hard, but you gotta think though. Back in the early days, like the 1970s, 80s, even 80s, there was sugar, but not like now. Everything is. Everything is everywhere and it's in huge amounts. So I've seen people who quit sugar, like quit eating out or quit eating snacks, and then I've seen them go back to it. Like they try a snack and they always complain about how much sweeter it is than how sweet it is. It's almost unbearable. Us Americans, we eat like a shit ton of sugar, like an insane amount of sugar that we shouldn't be eating. We eat a lot of sugar. If you go to a different country, even Europe, even the UK, they don't eat as much sugar as we eat. The stuff they eat, they consume has way less sugar than we have. We eat the most amount of sugar. I think we're the number one country. I think we're the country who eats the most sugar ever out of every country. And I find that terrifying. I find that scary. All you got to do is eat. What's weird is it's supposed to be easy. Sugar wasn't always this like ubiquitous, like everywhere. It wasn't so everywhere. It's so easy to access. There was a time there was a time in this society where sugar wasn't so prevalent. Sugar wasn't like everywhere. It actually was rare to get sugar. The only things I know for sure back in the 1800s or early 1900s, the only things that people will get that even has even a hint of sugar or carbs is breads, if they want to get a snack, popcorn, and fruits, or maybe chocolate or something like that. That's the only sugar source that people used to have. And if you look back, everyone was so much skinnier. Everyone was skinnier. Everyone was it was like there wasn't even trying because there wasn't trying. Why do we have to try so hard to lose weight? I've seen the studies. 1 in 10 Americans are obese. You know how many people that is? You go to a room with 50 people, at least 5 people are obese. Or you go to a spot. Let's say you go to a concert or whatever. Like you go to a concert. Let's say there's like 50,000 people in that concert, right? And then 1 in 10 is actually let's just say, for example, there's 100,000 people at that concert, right? And it's 1 in 10. I want to make the math easier for myself. I kind of got brain fog, bro. It's hard to think straight. So 1 in 10, it would be 10,000 people who are obese. 10,000. That's a lot. A huge percentage of this world of America is obese. Why? Because sugar and sweeteners and everything is everywhere. This little experiment I'm doing now is kind of making me understand just how fucked we are. It takes a lot of mental strength to see sweets everywhere. Literally, my entire family is eating sugar and sweets. Yesterday, I had the biggest challenge of my life. My parents bought one of my favorite food places. They got some Chick-fil-A, right? I like Chick-fil-A a lot. That's my top five like food places. My top places I like to eat out at. And they got my favorite meal. They even got the food for me because I don't know what it is. I told them I was trying not to eat sugar, but they got food for me, right? And I was fighting myself just to not eat that. And somehow I did win. I won that day. My willpower was like tested a lot yesterday. My head was hurting, my stomach was hurting, I was tired, I wanted to just pass out, everything. I wanted to throw up as well, literally. Sugar is like cocaine, it's a drug. I had literal cocaine withdrawal effects. I was going insane, bro. I was like manic. My mood was unstable. I was literally unstable yesterday. That's overeating something that is considered something that everyone eats. We're eating sugar is a drug, bro. Think about that. Sugar is a socially accepted drug. Everyone eats it. Everyone consumes it, and most of us eat at least uh, at least 50 grams a day of sugar. You might be like, that's not really a lot, but imagine you eat 50 days. Man, I can't speak at all. I sound slow, but you eat 50 grams of sugar for 7 days, right? Let's say that's like 250 grams of sugar because what's 5 times 50 times 5? Actually, what's 55 times 5? My math is completely wrong. My math is completely wrong. 3 days is 150. 3 days is 150. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So 350 grams of sugar in 7 days. In a week, you get 350 grams of sugar. A week. A week. That's insane. Think about that. And in a month, what's that times 30? Actually, nah. What's 50 times 30? 50 grams times 30. And I don't got a calculator, but I know that's a lot of grams, bro. That's a shit ton of grams. Actually, you know what? Let me do 5 times 30. What's 5 times 30? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm not letting myself lose. 5, 10, 15. 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know, but basically, that's a lot. That's a shit ton. And you see how foggy I am, how slow I am right now. I can't even do simple math. I don't even know how to do 5 times 30. I guarantee you, the people like back in our parents' generation, or if you're a parent if you're like older back in your generation, I'm pretty sure you can you can do simple math like what I just did in your head without a calculator, but we can't. Gen Z, we can't. Maybe some of us can. Those are the ones who actually care, but the vast majority of us can't do that. We're gonna have to pull out a calculator. Why? Why is that though? I know for sure when I eat carbs, it makes me slow. When I eat a lot of it, okay, some of it is cool in moderation, but when I eat like um a whole candy bar, a whole chocolate bar, a full bag of chips, if you get the little, the hot Cheetos, the little not the little bag, but little, what? How big is the bag? How big is the bag? The $5 hot Cheeto bag you see at Walmart or Food Line, whatever. The $5 bag, for whatever, that decent sized bag. Your vast majority of people eating that, you're gonna finish that. You're gonna binge that in like a day. You're not. You're not saving that. Imagine doing that from a long span period of time. You're gonna be used to functioning with like low IQ, like low brain power. Why do you think we all use ChatGPT? I think everything kind of compounds on each other, on itself. Bro, this food industry is evil. Think about that. They're kind of making us dumber. They're making us slower. Why is sugar so easy to access? Why are foods that make us dumber, that make us less able to function on a decent level? Why are those foods everywhere? Why are they so widespread? Of course we're stupid. Of course we're dumb. It's not our fault. It's not our faults. We have to be self-aware enough to see this. We all have to be self-aware. We got to see it. But you know what's scary though? Most of society you're gonna see are not self-aware. You walk down the street and you tell the next guy, or you, let's say you go to college or you go to school or whatever. You're still in high school or middle school, right? Or you go to a job. You got a job, right? You tell you tell the person you're next to. You tell one of your what's it called? Not your friend, not your friend. Oh, actually, you tell your friend, right? That, yo, you gotta stop eating sugar, bro. Like, this is really messing us up. They're gonna look at you like you're crazy. If you tell people that sugar, if you tell your nearest acquaintance that, yo, bro, sugar is making us dumb, bro. Can you see that? They're gonna look at you like you're freaking crazy. They're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Sugar tastes good. Like, I, a lot of them gonna look at you like you crazy. Cause we've been conditioned to eat food for pleasure, not to eat food for substance. Not like eating food to recover, or food to actually be in good health, right? We don't eat food like that. I tell you right now, 100%, that guy you see walking across the street, he's nutrient deficient. We're all like that. It's this industry is evil as shit. They're making us all kind of slow and making us all zombies. Shoot, don't take my word from it. Try to have an actual intellectual conversation with somebody. Try to. I guarantee you, it's gonna just be too much for them. And then try to talk to a person who's healthy, who gets their nutrients, who doesn't eat carbs like we do. Try to talk to them. I guarantee you, they're gonna be able to talk for hours. I guarantee you, bro. I've talked to healthy people before, and they outsmart me in so many ways I just can't imagine. I can't even see it because my brain capacity just can't think on that level. If you're eating if you're eating so fucked up, it's not that people are smarter than others. I believe that, and this might be a hot take, but I believe that people are only smarter if they're self-aware enough to realize their mistakes and they eat decent. I think diet affects your intelligence more than you think it does. I guarantee you, if you're bad at school and then you eat junk food all the time and you switch to eating a better diet, I guarantee you're gonna get straight A's. Because your brain's processing power is just gonna be so much better. But don't take my word for it. Just go see what happens. Go see the results. This is just from talking to people and observing a lot of I've seen so many people switch to eating less carbs and eating less BS. And I'm not saying I'm going to stop eating it completely. That's not what I'm saying. I love my sugars. I love eating out. I love eating snacks. I'm just saying, you're going to have to lower the amount you consume by a whole lot, or you're just going to live a shitty life. But that's that though. I'll see y'all boys. That's my little update.